From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard game, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They go play action now. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
They held them to just 7 points, and in reviewing the game tape, I'm wondering how they got the 7. I actually wrote a note to myself. How did they even score? The way they were playing, absolutely dominating on their side of the ball.
A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Dobbins with a typical strong run, and 3 years in, you still feel like you haven't seen all he can be as a pro. Injuries wiped out 2021 and part of 2022. But when he's out there and healthy, he can be electric.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now this defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points. And if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
That'll give them 8 that time. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a three-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. You look at this Baltimore defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact, you'd absolutely be stunned to come away with a loss.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third and 5. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Bengals 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets your point in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now a 2nd and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
You don't see too many quarterbacks coming up with hits like that in the running game. He announced his presence right there and knocked it back for a loss.
And they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long. To throw is Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Jackson looking to throw on third. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens add 6 to their lead. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere down there.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 54 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. After the toss, well executed there to find the space and then eventually get out of bounds after a good gain.
And for the toss play to be that successful, you've got to control the edge. And oftentimes, if you've got a tight end who can do that, that allows that toss play to get called during the game.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he's got it down to the 28.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. It's caught, Smith. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He'll get this to Flowers, left side.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards on the pickup, but that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Jackson. It's caught. Back. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. To the 9. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Andrews. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Dobbins. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Burrow's field goal taken in by Smith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind out the first down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the 2nd half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by CIN. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
After the interception, here's Jackson on the move to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now it's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 6. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
And they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Sin. Taking it right down Broadway. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6. Jackson now. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A great play there with his first career NFL NFL touchdown as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. He's going to let this one go deep. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 54 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shout the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1 and 1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Burrow's throw complete there to Smith.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, 27 yards. And the Bengals are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here.
They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Another run here with Dobbins. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The offense on third down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
A handoff running left is Dobbins.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go, here we go.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
11, Thomas. 11, 11, 11.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock.
Gun.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
12.
A final shot now for Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team.